Douglas Cooling and Heating, serving the Birmingham area for 38 years. 988-3706. That's Douglas.
This is the Weather Extreme video for Sunday, June the 12th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters, coming actually to you from Fort Morgan. And actually, if you can look behind me there, I'm coming to you from poolside. And the birds are singing in the background. I'm not sure who that bird is up there, but he's clicking away. Well, let's take a look at what's been happening across central Alabama. There's a look at my temperature trace, and once again, showers came close by, except this time they actually came over my house, and I got 89 hundredths of an inch of rain in one of the showers that moved generally from the northwest to the southeast, and we had a few severe thunderstorm warnings across the state once again. This morning, though, as we look out over the sky cam from Birmingham, you can see the skies are primarily clear. We do have a few clouds out there. Visible in Demopolis as we look out over the Tombigbee River looking off to the west. And then I am at Fort Morgan, but there's a shot of the beach at Gulf Shores, which is not too far from at the moment. So a very nice morning across central Alabama. Thanks to a large high-pressure system at the surface as well as high pressure aloft, although FS forecasts about a week ago developed a weakness, and that is allowing us to see at least a little bit more coverage in our showers and thunderstorm pattern, and a few more people, however, thanks to the upper ridge and the heat extending not quite as far north as we've seen in some other times, but certainly still there as well. We can see a lot of the yellow is and gold are 60s and 70s, and remember these are 5 a.m. temperatures. Across central Alabama, it looks like we're stuck in a pattern where we're going to be dancing between about 68 and 72 for morning lows, although I see Anniston is down to 66, so a little bit cooler over there. QPF-wise, we're not going to see a lot of rain. To be spotty, so we're not looking at widespread coverage, but we certainly are looking at the potential. As my rainfall report showed yesterday, we're looking at the potential of at least an inch, perhaps, in those scattered showers. And it does look like the showers might be a little less common on Monday and Tuesday. Storm Prediction Center outlooking a slight risk over the Carolinas, as well as a fairly large area from northern Arkansas, Missouri, and Nebraska into primarily South Dakota and the southwestern part of North Dakota. Day 2, that area shifts a little bit from the east, primarily centered from about Dyersburg, Tennessee, and Paducah, Kentucky, up across St. Louis and into Iowa. And then day 3, it gets actually pretty close to us with a slight risk from North Georgia, across parts of Tennessee, and into Missouri. We're not dealing with much in the tropics, and we can see that there is a little bit of cloudiness out there, but certainly nothing that really is much to write home about. The 06Z GFS model run this morning and shows the weak over the southeastern U.S. as the main ridge is centered over Texas, and of course that keeps them pretty dry. The good news is that we're going to stay in a bit of a northwesterly flow. Now, the ridge builds in just a little bit stronger, and I think the coverage on Monday, we can't take showers out completely and mention in our forecast, but I think the shower coverage will be a little bit less on Monday. And I think, again, on Tuesday, as the ridge's influence is felt the strongest. But then you see all those little short waves. One of them comes across the Ohio River Valley, and that's certainly going to help to enhance shower chances across the northern portions of the southeastern U.S., and you can see a little surface low associated with that short wave. Not a terribly organized system, but certainly one that could give us a little bit of severe thunderstorm activity. Thursday, we're down where the ridge has definitely become the ridge axis, especially well west of us, and so that puts us in northwesterly flow pattern. Of course, one of the things we have to watch in a northwesterly flow pattern is the development of mesoscale convective complexes, or MCSs, off to the northwest that hold together and actually propagate through the flow and end up affecting us. They start off in the Midwest, Central Plains, and then end up affecting us overnight. By Friday, the pattern bit of a northwesterly flow. The ridge influence primarily to our west, and so it looks like fairly good chances for some daily afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Not much changes on Saturday, and then on Sunday we do have another one of those little short waves moving through the flow and enhances our chances for some showers and thunderstorms. But that's verging on voodoo, so we'll watch the timing on that carefully. And now, speaking of voodoo, we're going to go out to the 23rd, and the pattern just simply is not changing a lot. The ridge primarily to our west. The influence being just barely felt, but certainly stronger influence from a bit of a troughiness over the eastern half of the country. And then toward the end of the period, the weakness is still there, and you can see that we're still going to be in a scattered shower pattern. So it looks like not a lot of change as we head out to the June. Well, thanks for tuning in to the Weather Xtreme video. Expect James Spann will be back in the saddle once again tomorrow morning with the next edition of the Weather Xtreme video. In the meantime, I'm going to be enjoying the pool, the beach, and all the sun and activities, staying away from the lightning. Keep that in mind. We heard a lot of thunder yesterday at the beach, but again, getting my yard was certainly a nice experience. Hope that you have a wonderful weekend, and God's.
Each day there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.